All right. Episode 26.
Turn up.
We
We
getting up
here.
there. We getting
Yeah.
up there in age.
We're becoming seasoned podcasters now.
Yeah. For real, for real.
Hi guys.
So,
How are you? B number 2.
yo, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my mic. Forgot the mic.
He forgot his mic. I don't have a mic. I talk
Go
loud.
ahead.
It's fine. It's fine, B. Do I need to get a mic too? I feel like I'm loud enough. Y'all don't need to hear me no more. Well, welcome to episode 26. While he is gone, I'm Destiny.
Yeah, and I'm B Quarter. B Quarter Beats or whatever you choose. Whatever you choose to call me or follow me on.
No.
Hey, it's gonna be a heavy episode.
I know.
This is gonna be a heavy one.
It's been a depressing 3 days. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with this one. But
All right, I'm back.
yeah, but
It's water. You got a frog in your throat. What's going on?
but
You go.
Hey, how was y'all weekends? How about that?
What did I do this weekend? My weekend was good. I found a new Mexican spot. It was fire. I had a pineapple fajita and a Corona Rita.
A pineapple fajita?
Yeah, they put the fajita meat and cheese and stuff in a pineapple that's sliced in half.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did you mean pineapple margarita or something? Okay.
Fajita and a Corona Rita.
Okay.
It was very good. And yeah, I mean, didn't do too much. It's getting cold outside, so hibernation is about to be in full effect. It's supposed to motherfucking snow in this bitch on Sunday. I'm not here for this shit.
Oh yeah.
The daylight savings throwing me the hell off. I'm all over the place, okay? I'm not drinking today because I had my weigh-in at the gym and my trainer rolled her eyes at me. So that's kind of a sign I got to get my shit together this month. So I'm going to try not to drink as much.
Yeah, at first you said no drinking.
No drinking. Last week you end up with a cup or something.
Yeah, we've been real inconsistent, but we're back. We're back on track.
Hey, that's that Corona.
Yeah.
You was drinking. That's what that was. That's that beer weight.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Damn tortilla in a damn bottle.
Oh God.
B, you went to a show, didn't you?
Yeah, man. I went to see Kiefer, man. Like I was telling y'all last week, he's a piano player. He's done work with Drake. He actually has a Grammy with Anderson .Paak for the last project Anderson brought up. Man, it was cool, man. Like
it looked cool.
Yeah, he definitely put on a great show, man. He got a hell of a band behind him. And then another thing what I liked about that night was just being able to see a different vibe from Atlanta, other than the average, you know what I'm saying, like turn up and everything. Like it was just a whole different crowd in there and talking about music and different shit, so
that's one thing I can't say about Atlanta for sure is that a lot of people know it for, like you said, like the whole turn up situation, but it's actually like it's a community for sure that's like very, very musical, like for sure, like it's very cultured and shit. So it's like it's different sides to it, but it's diverse.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was, because I was happy because I just have been saying, like, since I've been here, I ain't been able to get that, from Atlanta yet. Like I knew it was here, you know what I'm saying, but it was just like I knew it was going to take a certain type of event to be able to see that. So that was cool. We just, Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming and shit. So starting that, talking about money and bills, and motherfuckers is asking for stuff already. I was talking to my nephew yesterday, and I was like, yo, it's this time of the year. What's up, Jay? What you want? This motherfucker like, yeah, give me some clothes and some shoes. I'm like, nigga, you 10. You don't want an action figure?
No.
When I was 10, like, we was playing with toys still. He talking about shoes and clothes, and I'm like, well, you want a pair of Spartans? This nigga start laughing at me.
Spalding, nigga. These kids don't want no damn Spaldings.
Yeah, he know like his uncle, like he gave me that laugh, like, nigga, you want some Spartans? That's the laugh he gave me. So
right, with you them niggas sitting there with all them damn fucking Jordans behind you, got the nerve to offer somebody some damn Spaldings.
I remember this shit. Look, I'm twisting my damn but man, other than that, man, we just getting ready. We'll be going to Orlando in a few weeks, so getting ready for that. But other than that, man, ain't much going on this way.
Yeah, I ain't do much of nothing this weekend either, really. Man, I tell you what though, I ate something on Sunday. Boy, it did not sit with my stomach right at all. Boy, I threw up, I think, like the whole Sunday night.
Damn.
Yeah, but once whatever it was out my system, I was good. But yeah, it was treacherous Sunday night.
Man, that food poison ain't no hoe, man. I remember I got food poisoning back in 2004, man, from Hooters, man. I got me like this steak sandwich from Hooters, man. I don't even know why I remember that shit, but I still do, man. It was
nigga. I'm wondering why the hell you ordered a steak sandwich at Hooters.
Man, it was 2004, man. It was 2004. Like, B, can you nigga? We was what, 19?
Yeah,
no, we was 19, 20, somewhere around there. Man, we was out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want no chicken wings. I wanted me a steak sandwich.
You probably got food poisoning because they ain't selling no damn steak sandwiches in there.
Right.
That steak meat probably been there. God knows how long.
You're right. I'm one of these old exotic ass sandwiches from this damn place that focuses on poultry.
Yeah.
So I remember that night. I was all fucked up. I was sweating. Man, I was just yeah, man. So I already know how that food poisoning is. Like, it's really much you can't do but other let it just take its course.
Yeah, you gotta that shit just gotta come out however it's gonna come out.
Yeah. Thanks. Yep, I was just sitting there sweating all night watching Comic View in pain.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got any more stories, or are we jumping into it?
Man, we got a lot to talk about, so let's get to this shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. it's a lot to get through.
What we gonna start with? You want to ease into the depressing shit? Let's start with Kanye and his drink champs.
I was gonna say let's start the other way around.
Oh,
but
either way.
Either way.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Well, we can start with Kim and her Skims Fendi collab dropped today, and she made $1 million in 60 seconds. It sold out in a minute.
God damn.
I figured that would happen. It's Fendi, first of all.
We talking about Kim Kardashian, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah. So, congrats to you and making that quick $1 million just off your name, because that's all people bought it for, really.
60 seconds? God damn.
That's nuts.
Bruh. Lord have mercy. $1 million. So, do we want to go Kanye? Do we want to go Travis?
However you want it.
Hey, let's go Travis, because it's like not that Kanye's situation is fresh, but right before we got on, I just kept reading. Like, it's like more and more and more of this whole Travis situation that keep popping up. So it's just way fresher on my mind at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead. Proceed.
Well, the whole Travis Scott thing and people being trampled, people dying at Astroworld over the weekend. Um, Now the question is who's going to be held liable for these deaths? Who should be held liable? Who should be held liable is different from who will be held liable.
Yeah.
Let's establish that. But I mean, I say that it's absolutely the liability of the venue and the production team because one, the venue, there's supposed to be some kind of safety protocol around having large crowds like that. There was no safety protocol around that addressed crowd surges.
Right.
Two, there was only two, apparently there was only two people that contractually were like had the power to actually stop the show. One was the festival director. The other one, I think, was like someone who worked at the venue itself. And apparently the venue only had their policy only covers like 26 million. So don't know how they're gonna manage the rest because I'm sure it's gonna be way more than some damn 26 mil coming at them from all angles. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel sorry for everyone involved. And honestly, like Travis, I don't think he had has any blame in any of this. I know a lot of people are comparing it to like other artists who have had concerts and have stopped their show for injured fans, but you also have to think about the fact that the ones that they're comparing it to, like the Tiana Taylor one, like Tiana Taylor was in a very intimate space, and the person who fell out was right in front of the stage. It was very, I mean, it was lit up. You could see in there, like there were a lot of factors in that. If Tiana Taylor was freaking performing at Rolling Loud, like there's no way that you could possibly know people are dying or what the hell is going on way over there in the back corner at night in a crowd of 50,000 freaking people. It's just impossible. It's not realistic. So, regardless of who they hold accountable, like it's just a sad situation. And I think that moving forward, Live Nation definitely needs to put caps on festivals, and there needs to be some kind of safety protocol that is documented and actually practiced as well. And there needs to be things put in place to manage large crowds, like because from what I saw, it literally was just 50,000
Did
people.
you see the one videos of like they had people chanting like "Stop the
Not the
show,"
show. Mm-hmm.
and then I saw one video of a girl who like hopped on stage.
Mm-hmm.
She hopped on stage and was basically telling them like somebody is dying right
Mm-hmm.
here, and they just kicked her off the stage.
Yeah, she was telling
It was like a
the videographer or
media.
something, the video guy. Um, and I get it. Like again, there was no plan in place. So
Mhm.
there was nothing in place to like manage a crowd of that size. There were no like when you have that many people, you can't just let them all be in front of one stage. Like if there was a fucking bomb threat and somebody said I got a bomb strapped to me and I'm standing in the middle of 50,000 people, like everybody gonna die. Like,
Exactly.
hello, we have to be better at managing large crowds because it's dangerous. Period. Point blank. Large crowds are dangerous. No matter whether it's a damn Travis Scott concert or hell, any other kind of large gathering. The shit's dangerous. And they know better. And I think it's just a sad situation. I don't like large crowds like that. I like going to music fest. Like one music fest is a large crowd, but it's not shoulder to shoulder like that. There's enough space in there where
Yeah.
you can be very spread out and you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff unless you put yourself in the middle. And even
Yeah,
if
but
you
see
do
that
do
is
that,
two. It's I feel like it's two totally different crowds. So that's like the
yeah,
crowd at one music fest where motherfuckers they there to just
to
have a
enjoy
good
it. It's not a
time,
mosh
have
pit.
some drinks. Like they ain't trying to fucking be the ragers and mosh pit and all that shit. And it's more probably it's an older crowd more so than these young like kids and teenagers and what I'm saying 18, 19, 20, 21 or whatever the case is, who got all the energy in the world and off God knows what drugs.
Yeah. That's
or whatever
another
the
thing.
case
I'm
is.
like, they probably all down there on all kind of shit. And I just have never felt safe going to nothing that big. Like Rolling Loud, count me out. Not gonna be there. That one night in Las Vegas shit sound cute, but I can't. I can't see myself. And I'm thinking like, what do you do if you gotta pee? Like, this is a festival.
Yeah,
There's no way there's enough fucking porta. Like what? No, absolutely not. It's not for me.
Here you go, B.
First off, it's sad. Prayers to all the families. Prayers to everyone that's been affected. I'm sort of on the fence because as you keep finding out stuff, like B was saying, this stuff just keeps coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that kind of got me was the fact that the police chief went to Travis before the show and brought up concerns in regards of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got people from public safety coming to you like, yo, that something ain't right with this crowd in regards to it being large, I think it's something that you should just seriously consider. Like, we might need to change up some things. You know what I'm saying? So if that is true, I gotta put. I mean, he went directly to the guy. This is your show. I gotta put some on it, not all of it, but some, because that's something that he could have went to the venue. We could have talked about it. Something could have been done in regards to the safety of them. I mean, it may sound a little bad coming from me, but I'm not surprised by this happening. And that's because I've been to a Travis Scott performance. He opened for Kendrick, and this is just in a regular arena. This is nowhere near, how big Astroworld is or anything he's done since. And it was just like the vibe that came from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were sitting far away. We wasn't on the floor, but just that music, some of the things that he's putting in there, it has some influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really take in some of these things that you're putting into your music. I mean, shit, even the damn theme, Meet Me on the Other Side. You know what I'm saying? Everything kind of just being dark. A lot of those things come into play in regards of what you bring in regards of a concert experience. And it's sad, but it's some blame that needs to be going on each side. Not even from just the venue, but just you start thinking about some of the things that you're putting into your craft that brings this attention and brings this sort of vibe to a concert.
I agree. I feel like I'm kind of with you. It's like I kind of understand both sides of it. And I just read this thing that said Travis Scott attended Astroworld after party at Dave and Buster's. Says he was still unaware of tragedy.
What?
You said what?
That's what it say. Says Travis Scott attended Astroworld after party at Dave and Buster's. Says he was still unaware of tragedy.
How? We was aware of it that night when it was happening. Like, this shit was happening in real time, and the shit was hitting social media like crazy. How?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the more and more like time goes on, like, and I mean, I'm trying my best not to be like on that like blame him, because automatically like they're gonna try to pull him under, for whatever, like automatically, like it could be completely not his fault at all. They're gonna try to pull out any little like details they can to place the blame on him. So I'm not trying to be on that, but it's like I do understand both sides of it. Like slightly. I did read something where they said they had declared it as a something emergency,
Mass
and
casualty.
yeah, and they still didn't stop. Like he still completed the full show, which was like 30, 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying, after that or whatever the case was. So, I mean, yeah. And like you said, I do agree that like some of the stuff like man, when I went to Made in America, you know what I'm saying, it was people there that was, you know what I'm saying, that's what they was doing, doing the whole mosh pits and all of that. And to your point, Destiny, is no way to really control. Is no like, how do you control that amount of people like that? It's just not no way to control it. So I do want to see like moving forward how it's going to affect like these festivals, just moving forward and all of that. Like Travis Scott music alone, like it's that type of music. That's what people go there to even hear or listen to. Like that's what they want to do.
Yeah. I mean, not to cut you off, B, but like even like I'm thinking about the performance he did on the Damn tour. Like, they're jumping, they're doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in the middle of him performing, he stops and be like, "You bitch ass motherfuckers that ain't doing shit. Y'all need to get the fuck up out of here. Yada yada yada. Get they motherfucking ass up out of here since y'all ain't jumping." It's like when you throw that type of energy
Yeah.
out there, man, what you can't expect nothing good to come from it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you take somebody that's not with that, them just wanting to go and experience, seeing him perform and the whole just Astroworld deal. It's a little, it's not even a little unsettling. It is unsettling. You know what I'm saying? Like a 9-year-old is in a coma, bro. A 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. But it's like, when do we start saying some shit? Just, I mean, what's age appropriate? Also,
Yeah,
like, cause ain't shit about Travis Scott appropriate for a 9-year-old.
none.
Like nothing. Whether I mean, I wouldn't even let my 9-year-old just listen to a Travis Scott album. You know what I'm saying? Let alone be at the actual, you know what I'm saying, show or whatever, where you got all these, you know what I'm saying, kids doing drugs. And then they talking about the security dude or
Yes,
whatever got the
Yeah,
prick
we're getting
pricked in the
there.
neck. And what the, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a couple of videos on TikTok of people who were there, and they were saying how security didn't barely check their bags. They didn't enforce the clear bag policy. So they're another one that's about to be in the hot seat. And then also I want to point out, when we think about investigations on a small like local level, how much information is actually communicated with the public and with like behind closed doors with the people involved, like immediately? Very little. So one, I feel like people are using Travis Scott in place of like his team, or not him specifically. So I don't think the police chief got on stage and was literally talking to Travis, telling him, "Hey, it's a mass casualty event."
No, he didn't say it was a man. It was before the event started. He came.
No, so
Yeah,
the police chief said he told them that it was a mass casualty and that Travis Scott kept performing. I don't think that
during the show.
Yeah, I don't think the police chief got on stage and talked to Travis Scott and specifically himself. Now, the police chief.
Hold on, but see what I'm reading here says Houston's police chief had met briefly with the hip hop star Travis Scott to voice his public concerns before the rapper took stage.
Yeah, that
happened. That happened too.
Okay.
That happened too.
Okay.
But then
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
he voiced the concerns beforehand, but then after it started, then that's when the mass casualty thing happened, where they was like, "Hey, no, this shit is out of control."
Okay.
Like we thought it would be, or like we warned you it would be.
Okay.
Right. Like when people started like dying and stuff, he went and, the reports are saying that he told Travis Scott, and people read that and think, oh, Travis Scott himself knew and Travis Scott himself kept performing, when more than likely Travis Scott's team might have known.
Yeah.
But, and then on top of that, what does mass casualty mean? You know what I mean? Like, if a police chief comes up to you and says it's mass casualty, does the police chief have very many details? Like, what information did they have in order to effectively do something? You know what I
But
mean?
don't the city themselves or the police or whoever, if it's that, don't they have the right to
They can shut down the
shut it
fucking event.
down?
They can come on the stage and shut down the
But that's
event.
what I'm saying. So the police chief might not have even known the severity of it. So him telling the production team, hey, it's a mass casualty, and Travis Scott still performing, tells me that the police didn't even understand the severity of it. So if the police don't know the severity of it, how am I supposed to know, or how's my team supposed to know that this show needs to be stopped right now? If you aren't on this stage saying people are dying and you need to stop right now, then why is all the blame on Travis if the ones who are out there that are supposed to have all of the information aren't even telling me what I need to know to make the best decision?
Yeah. It's a lot of
that just
things.
goes to, like, that just feeds into, like, the way the media reports things, and just having half the story and shit like that, leaving certain parts out, clickbait and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That just goes to fuel the fire, which is right now all, blame goes on Travis and his team.
But see, I'm still stuck on this whole him going to Dave and Buster's and still not knowing. That's
a reach to me. I don't know if that's true. I don't think.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That part was actually kind of funny to me. I'm like, Dave and Buster's, but whatever. It just seemed like to me like they're gonna try to dig up whatever they can, like to be like put as much blame as they possibly can on him. And like I will say that like that activity he does encourage during the performance. Like, so I don't know. I feel like there's definitely blame on both sides. And then the whole thing where they talking about at the beginning where people rush the entrance or whatever. Yeah, like where, I mean, you don't stop nothing in or try to have some type of control or know that, hey, this shit finna be out of control.
But that, I mean, that ain't nothing that's out of the ordinary. Like, the police came, by the time the police came, it was probably maybe 1,000 people that had gotten through. They came on their horses and they corralled people back behind the gates or whatever. But I mean, the people that did break in was a drop in the bucket compared to the people that were actually there. But it was just like a precursor to how out of control these damn kids was about to be.
Yeah. And I think, like, like Destiny was going back and saying, like, the venue, you got 50,000 people coming to a festival. It's a lot of people. It's a lot. And you need to be equipped from all angles, whether it's, having public safety there, security. Shit, get some senior citizens out there to check them bags or something.
Man, I'm just like, how do you even what's the proper way to even be equipped for that amount of people? Because I'm just thinking about
no way. You gotta
being at the festival, right? Like, as being that close, and I'm thinking about how close we was when, at Made in America or whatever. Like, if somebody wanted to, if somebody had a knife or whatever, they could have just got to stabbing people right there. And
no,
it was like
saying right there in the crowd, but I'm saying at least how you
I know. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general, like, how do you control like these crowds? Because it's like security is so far away from, I mean, there's no security that's like in the middle of these like crowds or nothing. So it's just like somebody could do whatever in the middle of the crowd. It's going to take security a minute to even get to whoever is being affected.
But when you think about like other events that have large crowds, like the Olympics and shit like that, there's never been, as far as I know, at the Olympics, like there's not all of the people at the Olympics are not going to be at one place at one time for a reason. And that is very purposeful, because you can't control that many people in one place. So it's like, it's not a new concept when dealing with large crowds. You cannot have 50,000 people in one motherfucking place.
Yeah.
You can't. So
and Des, you bring a good point up, because if you know that you sold 50,000 tickets, and you knowing like you guys are saying, it's really no way to be able to control 50,000 people. Why not break the festival up 2 nights?
It was supposed to be 2 nights.
Oh, it was supposed to be 2 nights?
Yeah, they didn't even get to do the other night. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Yep.
You gotta put a cap on how many people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be there. Don't don't let your eyes be bigger than your stomach, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. It's just, I mean, it's a tragic, you know what I'm saying, situation. I see, shout out to people like Roddy Ricch. He supposed to be giving up all his money to the families. I seen they refunding everybody's tickets.
Yeah.
And I seen that Travis paying for all the funerals.
Yeah.
So I mean, kudos for that, but I mean, I really feel like he had no choice really at this point. Like you obligated, and refunding tickets was the least you could do.
Yeah. Kylie got you.
This was the tip of the iceberg. Because like you said, how much did you say the venue was covered? What, 26 million?
Yeah.
That's boy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even gonna be how many lawsuits that's about to come.
Oh man, the lawsuits about to go crazy.
Yeah.
The lawsuits is about to go crazy. Or they already going
everybody
crazy
on the stage. Drake is on the list too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lawsuits is going crazy. So
poor Drake, he probably like, God damn it.
Yeah, this nigga like, man, this ain't even my shit. I probably barely even want to do this shit. Like, I'm just doing him a favor, and I done got caught up in some shit that I could have avoided.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's interesting to see how festivals will be just kind of moving forward, I guess, or if this will affect in any type of way. And then interested in seeing if this will affect Travis Scott in any type of way, just moving forward. And
I think it will, man.
And how he do shit and all of that. And I'm interested in seeing if this Astroworld Festival will happen again.
I mean, I think it's something that you need to go on in deep six because of the stench of death that's with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of that, you're gonna think like, damn, all these people died and these people are in the hospital. You know, I think it's just something that needs to be deep six. And I just think personally, he needs to take a step back and really think about the direction he's going creatively, you know, because like you said, being like I said, he brought some of this on his own.
Yeah, do y'all think, I mean, like people like him, and I mean, I'm sure we can probably name a few others, but do y'all think people like him realize like the influence that they have like over these, over these kids or over these people in general? And I'm saying this because a lot of times like we ourselves view ourselves one way, but not realizing like the power that you really have over, or how you really affecting these other people's lives, and they really do whatever you say do.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think? I mean, it's a case of that where he don't realize the power, and it took something like this to see the effects of it all. I don't know.
I mean, if nothing else told him, it should have been with the McDonald's combo. Like, I mean, y'all laughing, but yo, these kids was lining up. You know what I'm saying? They was lining up I'm looking at TikToks and McDonald's saying, "Hey, welcome to McDonald's, man. I'll take your order." And they playing the sicko mode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They playing the sicko mode record to let them know I want this Travis Scott combo. Like they ain't saying Travis Scott, they playing this music. You know what I'm saying? To the point, it's just this thing was like a phenomenon. Like we hadn't seen nothing like this in regards of a celebrity or artist having a partnership with a fast food chain as McDonald's and something like this just blowing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, everything he's touched has been crazy. You know what I'm like? I remember when I first moved down here and they had a drawing for the Travis Scott ones at Wish. I end up winning, but if the shoes wasn't for me, it was for somebody else. Don't even make that face there. See,
rub it in the people's face, Pete.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like a a small release, very exclusive. They don't have that many pairs. I kid you not. It had to be at least 1,000 people out there, and they had tons of pairs. But you had people like paying $1,500 for the shoe, and they won the raffle. They just wanted to get the shoe because somebody else had it already, and they getting out of line. Like this is, and these are young kids that's doing this. This ain't nobody our age, you know what I'm saying? Like it's these young kids that's really making this thing go up. He has to know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't keep Nike just don't keep letting you create different shoes and keep putting them out if they don't know how big this shit is. You know,
he knows his influence.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no way that
let's just keep getting work. Now this just popped up. It says Travis Scott's Astroworld staff were instructed to call dead concert goers Smurfs.
What? Where you reading that at?
Man, this is what academics just posted.
Oh God.
Yeah, I just saw that too, that they were instructed not to say that people were dead and like use code words. And sometimes they do that to like keep people from panicking. Because if employees are running around saying people are dead, then other people might panic and it might cause a bigger issue. Yeah. So I get that, but again, people don't understand that part about safety protocols and large festivals and shit like that.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't know, man. Prayers to the families, and all of those who were affected. I think they said it was 300 people injured or something like that.
I don't know. I know like 11 people went to the hospital. 8 of them died. Possibly 9.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Let's move on to the next
yeah,
topic.
This is a little heavy.
Speaking of Drake, so Kanye wants to has invited Drake to perform with him for this Larry Hoover concert.
Hold on. Before we get to that, we gotta go on and bank.
Well, now we gotta talk about Kanye's
to the interview. Okay. So we can get to that point. Let's go on and get to the interview.
Okay.
Okay.
Kanye was on Drink Champs, and it was a roller coaster, people. He to me, he had some good points. He started with some good points that were making sense, but to me, he did not close the loop on a lot of things. So he started off with good things, topics that make sense, but before he could really like finish his thought, he jumped to another subject that was random, off the wall, like totally different. So shit, in 5 minutes you probably talk about 4 different people and 4 different things, and you just end up being like, what were we talking about 4 minutes ago? Like, how do we get here? He did a lot of name dropping. He did a lot of shade throwing. He's hilarious. I will say that. The nigga is funny. But I mean, I don't know if I got a lot of gems out of it. I mean, I got a couple of things that he said, but I stopped watching because it was just a lot to try and process. Fuck.
Go ahead, B. I'll say mine's for last.
Why you want me to go first? I didn't watch all of it. I watched Happy Hour, and after that hour, I was through. Like Destiny said, in the midst of all that bullshit he was talking about, it was a few things that someone can take and put it in their tool belt for life. I don't know. I don't know what to say about dude. To me, it wasn't too much of an interview. It was just him talking. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't the conventional Drink Champs interview we would normally watch. You know what I'm saying? In regards to Nori having questions and they getting a little insight of what's going on. And I was thinking we was going to get that just where things have been in regards to just the making of Donda, Adidas. He was going to do his little shit talking here and there. But, dog, it was just him ranting and raving about him. You know what I'm saying? The put downs. Like,
his narcissism was really showing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just the put downs and him just being condescending, I can't even get the damn word out. Consistent.
Right.
There we go. Sound it out.
There we go. Consistent.
You gotta clap it out, B.
I know. Chunk that motherfucker out consistently. Consistently. So I ain't care for it, man. I didn't care for it. And I seen some people like calling him a genius and all this shit, man. I'm like, he's a genius in his own right. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely left a mark on music that no one will be able to take from. But I don't know about right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't the guy I remember in high school coming up on and telling people like he's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely gotten away from that person. And I mean, it was just sad to see. I didn't find nothing unenjoyable about what he was saying. Like even the thing that fucked me up a little bit was the Just Blaze comment. Like that, out of everything, I was done. You know what I'm saying? Because Just don't bother nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just does his music. He pops in and out. He does his events and everything. And then you say, well, look where he's at and look where I'm at. Like, how is it? How can you measure a man's success in regards of the fact that he's just not extreme as you? Like, how can you sit there and say that man's not happy? You know what I'm saying? How can you sit there? You guys are a part of history in regards of the run Rockefeller has, and turn around and say, he's a knockoff. He knocked off on me in regards to the blueprint. So I think anything that it just hurt me the most was that comment. Like, I didn't care for Kanye for a while, and that damn interview definitely didn't do anything better for me. I could say more, but you go ahead, Brandon. Fuck him. Like,
he said it.
Dog, like, I'm over it, man. Because it's just like, how is he showing people how to be empowered? Like, yeah, you got this deal from Adidas, you're selling these shoes, you got people wearing these county jail slippers and all that, and you're making all this tons of money. But how is he showing the next generation how to be in regards of pulling up their own and helping? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead, what we got was, I don't want to fuck with John Legend because he went against me in regards to my political views. Like, dog, we have friends that have different political views, and that don't stop us from loving them and stop fucking with them. We don't pull them down. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was doing majority of the time.
And I'm gonna say how I feel about it in a second, but I think his point to that about the whole political thing was not that they had different views, because he said that Pusha T also voted, differently as well. He's saying that like him and Big Sean went publicly, like basically announcing they like different views or whatever. But so he was saying that was the difference. Just to
Pusha announced it,
huh?
Pusha announced that
however, I don't know what the difference in the like announcement was or how they went against whatever they went against. I don't know. However,
the Democrats used them. Like, dog, like, you the one who went to the White House and had that hat on and said it made you feel like Superman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forgot about that. Fuck them shoes, nigga. Fuck you. You went up there and said that the most demeaning thing that has tried to bring this country down. You went up there and said it made you feel like Superman. You tell me how I'm supposed to look at you as you being some figure or somebody I'm supposed to look up to, or to even have people encourage you to look at you when you putting yourself over there on the other side as everybody that's against us. Tell me how that worked. Just tell me.
All right, so here are my thoughts. I mean, y'all know, I'm a Kanye fan, right? And I'm not saying that to say that I always agree in terms of everything he says, and it's kind of in a way of like I just expect certain shit out of him, and I know like you just always can expect, you know what I'm saying, certain just certain things out of him. So the interview as a whole, one, I felt like he was in a different space a little bit. I felt like out of all interviews I've seen in recent years, I do feel like he was having a little bit more fun, like loosening up a little bit on this one, even though he was doing his same rants or whatever the case was. We ain't never seen Kanye smoke no blunt for sure. So I mean that type of stuff was interesting for him to just like let his guard down a little bit. I start with the things. I mean, this stuff that Kanye says, and it's crazy that sometimes it's crazy that he puts it all out on the table like that. So even if he does feel away about John Legend, Big Sean, and whoever Just Blaze or whatever the case is, it's like I be feeling like them is like family feuds and shit. Like they'll be cool. Like so I don't look at it and take it like personal. However, when it is said, I be like, why the fuck did you just say that, Kanye? Especially like the one thing outside of the Just Blaze thing that really hit it for me was I wish the worst thing I ever did was sign Big Sean.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
like that was a stab. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I can only imagine being like Big Sean, like what that moment was like. You know what I'm saying? For him, actually, you know what I'm saying, to actually have to hear that.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. But on the flip side of it, outside of those like comments, man, I feel like it was a lot of takeaways from it, for sure, in terms of just like I feel like Kanye really has good intentions. It's just sometimes his expression can come off the wrong way. I don't feel like people want to try to put him like he's against black people. I don't feel like that. I feel like he's really trying to fight for black people, but it comes off in all these other like different ways or whatever the case is. But for me, I mean, I actually enjoyed the interview. I thought it was funny. I don't know about this whole part two they putting out. I think that's like Drink Champs pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had a win with this first one. I understand y'all like broke like record numbers and just all of that. But I feel like after y'all broke these numbers, then it's like, oh man, we should go for a part two. And it's like, I don't think it's needed a part two. Like, I mean, what else is there to really be said? So, I mean, that'll be interesting to see. But overall, man, I think it was good, minus those like few like little things. And I kind of expect Kanye to take over, you know what I'm saying, interviews or whatever the case was. And then when you add Kanye, then you mix in drinks and shit in there. I don't know where it's gonna be headed. You see what happened when he had fucking Taylor Swift and Hennessy mixed together. So they got this nigga on there drinking Hennessy and shit again to talk about that situation. So it's like I already knew kind of where it was headed. But man, overall, I thought it was good, man, for the culture. And this whole um him and Drake concert thing. I don't know. I don't know about that shit. Like I don't know where that's headed. Where is that? I don't know.
I mean, in the midst of all this craziness, like he said, Drake is playing war, and he has to learn how to play war.
Oh yeah, so that's one thing I will, and I'm glad because there's so many different parts to this shit, and I wish like I would have fucking took notes on the shit that I wanted to comment on. But to that point of Drake playing war, what a lot of people has to understand is that we only see certain things. Like we only see like you know what I'm saying, whatever the media is put out. But please believe, like, there's all types of shit that's going on that's like behind the scenes or understanding, like, he's taking some of Drake bars a little bit differently than we taking them because he know they shots at him or, you know what I'm saying, or I'm sure they both doing the same kind of thing or whatever the case is. So saying that to say that a lot of these things, when we think like we might think, oh, this nigga tripping or he's spazzing out on Drake, putting his address out and all of that shit. But it's been a lot of things that happen kind of behind the scenes, or how, like you said, Drake is fucking at war and shit. So he doing all these little things to pick at him. Drake gonna control his shit and he gonna make it still look. He gonna put on the face for public. But you know, Kanye gonna go crazy and spaz out and shit. Like he just so he doing all these things. He probably doing all these little things to just pick at him and shit because he knows like this gonna make him go crazy. Then it's about to make his ass look crazy. Then I'm winning the fucking battle because I got this nigga looking crazy.
I will say, like, I feel like when you do, I think that Kanye is not for Black people. I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I do feel like a lot of times he.
1 second. This drawing that's up in the background.
It's a caricature.
Is this supposed to be you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I had braids at the time.
Okay.
It was drawn. But anyway, I feel like a lot of times when he says things or the things that he believes or the ideas that he pushes is not necessarily for the betterment or the advancement of Black people more than I think his idea is just to be different from the status quo, to break the chains of the white man, like just to do the opposite of whatever the white person tells you. And that is not always positive for us. That's not always positive for a person. So like I understand what he be trying to say, but a lot of the stuff is just not the right way to go about it if you're looking for the positive effect of, you know, whatever you're saying. Like it's just not gonna happen like that.
And when I made that comment about, I wasn't just talking about Black people, I'm talking about people in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, when he threw on that red hat, that just wasn't just for us. I'm just saying just people, just for the good of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What we went through these past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I didn't see that as something that's just it knocked us down most definitely. We was the first to get knocked down because he looks like us, but just overall people and what we went through those 4 years and to see him do that was a lot, man.
Yeah,
that was a lot. Because like we said, like it ain't just us that look up to him. Those, you know, kids, white kids, Black kids, Asians, they all look up to him. We all got to live in this country. We all seen what was going on, and to see him do that and know how much, you know, Trump was against just people of good, that was just, it was a teardown. Yeah. You know, so that's what I'm saying in regards to him putting on that hat and saying he felt like white Superman.
One thing that he mentioned, like he kept talking about his house is this bag. He kept referring to that damn bag as his house. And he was basically saying like he doesn't feel, basically like people were telling him like, oh, you should have a house because I don't know. That's just the idea that the man has implanted in us to feel like, you should have a house if you like that defines your success is having a house, and he doesn't have a house because he doesn't feel like that defines his success, and he wants to be able to go wherever he goes, he has somewhere to stay. And I get it from a concept of not letting home ownership define you as a person, but I don't feel like he made the right he drew the correct like parallels, because home ownership doesn't necessarily have to define you and define your success. But when you say, oh well, I don't own a home, but I always have somewhere to stay, but you don't, it's not yours. So technically someone has the power over you. Those people who are letting you stay in their homes or whatever, they could come in and tell you to leave because it's theirs and it's not yours. So yes, you're not letting home ownership define you, but who really has it better? Me that owns my own shit and I can go to my house and nobody can tell me to leave, or you that's traveling the world and you're sleeping on people's couches and there's always a risk that somebody will walk in there and say, get the fuck out.
Right. And to even add to that, Destiny, even when he was explaining this concept, the next thing he said was, yeah, it's a lot of kids with trust funds doing this. How many of us know anybody with a trust fund?
Right.
I can't relate to nobody with a trust fund to be able to just say, you know what, I just came into a large sum of money, I'm just gonna travel the world and just be homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to get deeper with this is just him. Like, he wants to say he doesn't want to promote classism, but in a sense he is, though. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us will be able to, none of us would never be able to be in the position to be able to say, hey, I got a bigger bag this week because I got more stuff in here and this is my house here. You know what I'm saying? And I just go wherever the hell I want. And if I choose to be able to go get a hotel and be able to live in there for months, or if I choose to go rent a mansion, a lot of people, majority of people will never be able to experience that. So that connection that you're talking about, Destiny, he definitely didn't put it in the direction. Like, the idea was there, but being able to make a connection between him saying it and just the average Joe to be able to get it and have that light bulb moment, it was definitely lost in the midst of him rambling.
Man, and let's not mistake it. Kanye got houses. Like, Kanye got homes. It was just fucking not even, it was a couple months ago. They said he just bought one that's like on the beach. He probably won't live in it,
right?
but yeah, it was in Malibu or something like that. But yeah, so this is just, man, so the thing with Kanye, right? He says a lot of things, but it's kind of like you gotta decipher through it and be like, okay, I get the idea that you're trying to put out of like this whole no home sort of situation, but you have homes, but I get the idea that you're trying to push. You might not be living in them for real right now. You might be just traveling, whatever. But please believe, once you get tired of this idea, you'll be in one of them motherfuckers, or you'll go buy another one.
It's exhausting. Yeah, like, who wants to have to fucking decode this nigga every time you hear him talk? I'm about to just not listen to your ass. I don't have the mental
like right now. You sound like that one cousin that fuck with that drunk ass uncle that's always arguing and saying dumb shit. You like, y'all gotta hear him out.
That's what he is.
He mean good. every barbecue he comes, this nigga get to arguing with somebody in the sense.
And you be like, all right, motherfucker, wrap it up now. Wrap it up.
Y'all gotta hear him out. He mean good.
It's like, man, somebody made the perfect analogy, and Destiny, we probably have to explain this to you. But they say he like the celebrity Eric Mays. And Eric Mays is a councilman in Flint. That, I mean, he's very, like, everybody know that he's at heart, you know what I'm saying, he's for the city. Like, he's actually pretty damn smart and shit, but he just, a nigga gonna be a nigga, and you know what I'm saying, he gonna be drunk, he gonna be high, he gonna be everything else. Yikes. But Yeah, I mean, I do feel like that. Like he like the drunk, he definitely like a drunk uncle and shit. You just be like, shit, like, all right, Kanye, wrap it up.
He mean good.
Yeah. Hey, but one thing I do want to point this out though. The Dame Dash situation. I do love what he said about Dame. Um, in terms of he said Dame is good for life. Um, and I do like that stuff because I don't want to just say the bad stuff, but he did say some good stuff in there. Dame being good for life since he put him, you know what I'm saying, in position. I hope he follows through with the stuff he said about Beanie Siegel in terms of giving him whatever money and stocking Yeezy or whatever the case is. And I didn't know that Beanie Siegel came up with Yeezy, which was super dope to me that he even acknowledged that. Um, and it was something else, but yeah, the Dame thing was really, really dope to me. Like that was dope, and it was even dope of him to. I mean, he was honest about in terms of when they asked him Jay-Z or Dame Dash which one CEO wise, and he said Dame. So I mean that type of stuff, and I'm trying to think what else. It was a lot of shit to fucking decipher in there.
I mean, it's cool. He said that. But I mean, he said he was gonna give Big Sean his masters back, and he's gonna give him his money back, and here we are.
Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing if Big Sean, if and when Big Sean goes on Drink Champs, because I know Big Sean is not on Good Music no more.
Right.
So I wonder if I don't know if he did get his masters back with not being on the label. I don't fucking know,
Yeah.
but it'd be interesting to see because I know. I mean, we usually don't even see like. I don't feel like Big Sean ever really.
Well,
Yeah, he don't really talk about like shit like this, so it'd be
Yeah. But
interesting. To see.
it's, I mean, man, it's hard to love him. Like even not even the switch subjects, but it's still Kanye. I mean, the recent Hit Boy and
He sent the Eric Mays
yeah,
video.
the best of Eric May, so she can just get a glimpse of what you mean. She got to see that shit.
Yeah, you gotta watch this video. Watch the Eric Mays video.
Yeah.
yelling at my dog.
But you hear Hit Boy saying like, dog, I didn't even know if he said he didn't even know if he felt he was going to be able to create anymore because of the fact that Kanye was trying to get that man blackballed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we almost lost a generational talent, you know what I'm saying, in Hit Boy because of this man antics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I always had him in the back of my mind, like, yo, when he left Kanye, and remember he was trying to get his own thing started, it just didn't jumpstart like it should have. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was putting out dope music, but it just wasn't going anywhere. And I was just thinking, like, damn, I wonder if that has something with him just leaving, and then him just coming out and say, yo, man, like, I almost thought I couldn't do this shit because of Kanye. Like, I can't be like, you know, rooting for a motherfucker from the sidelines that's you saying one thing about pulling us up, and then at the next time you pulling this black man down. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of those hits he got is at the hands of Hit Boy.
yeah, I hear you.
You know? So I don't know. I just to close out what I say, I hope he stands by Dame because Dame did do right by him. I hope he does do what he say for Big Sean and also Beans. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be great to be able to see him.
Yeah, you seen Beans in the club. Beans like, oh shit, like I'm happy, nigga. This about to be a new day for me. I've been waiting on this moment.
Exactly. So
yeah, that'd be cool. That would definitely be cool to see. Man, anything else? Cause well, shit, we done ran up the damn time on two subjects.
No, that's all we got.
I knew them two subjects was about to take up all the time today. That was a lot in itself for sure.
Yeah.
What we got?
Playlist.
Who going first?
I'll go first. I ain't been going first in a while. Shit, I'm still on my old shit, man. First record is Celebration. Jay-Z featuring Bleak, Sauce Money, and Wise of I don't know how to pronounce that group, but I think they was with Rockefeller for a minute. Raza Rajas. It was on the Streets is Watching soundtrack.
Okay.
The next one is Use Your Heart by SWV. That's my shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's nigga boy. For real, and put they foot in that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that shit hard.
And then my last one is Freddie Gibbs, Iodine Poison.
Okay.
Yeah, those my three.
I go. One I got Silk Sonic Smoking Out the Window.
Oh, that boy, they got a hit with that one. They got another one.
Yeah. I was kind of mad when I seen the track list and I just seen the 9 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping for a couple more on there. Cause it's like we didn't already got 3 of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. And then, yeah, I hope it's like them other 6 songs is they really take it there with them 6. And then I was like, damn, it took y'all. I mean, maybe they both just had busy schedules and stuff, but I really was expecting a little bit more out of it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what it is when it comes. But man, they really got a good thing going for sure. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to put them motherfuckers in a group because I would have never thought of it, but it's a good combination for sure.
Yeah, so you know they're gonna go on tour this summer.
Oh hell yeah, they got to.
Yeah,
like they would be dumb not to. Shit,
right.
They got to.
So that's definitely looks something. Look forward to.
Yeah,
in regards to, that album. I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'll take those. Well, we got 9 records, so we got 3 singles already. I'll take those other 6. I mean, less is always more in a sense sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's hope for the best of those other 6.
Yep. Next I got another off ASAP Rocky's thing, Peso, off his first mixtape. And then the last one, I'm gonna go with an oldie but goodie too. Jay-Z, Can't Knock the Hustle.
Oh, we got 2 whole records this week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is a pre-blueprint shit, nigga.
Yeah,
like, real Hove listeners.
Yeah, pre-blueprint. Destiny, what you
My
got?
turn?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just kept finding some ratchet shit this week. So Sneaky Link remix by Hollywood and what's her name? Dang, I forgot her name. Anyway, Twin and M, Coi Leray got a remix with the baby. It is, I want to say it's out. I heard this snippet.
I seen that somewhere today, so it gotta be out.
Yeah, and then this. So I thought the song was called "Scrub the Ground." It's actually "Strub the Ground."
Yeah.
STRUB.
Quavo and Young Miami. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they've been promoting that for a minute now, right? Well, not for a minute, but lately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, I seen this thing. I remember McConan, the nigga that going up on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This nigga gonna post a tweet talking about he started this gay shit.
What?
All right.
I'm
like, all right.
Man,
all right.
This shit is out of hand. Man, did y'all see? Oh yeah, y'all seen that? Just seen the Did y'all see the Boosie video of the dude? Trying to fight Boosie.
That was a
comedian, apparently.
You said that was a skit.
Yeah, man.
He has a comedian.
The cameras and all that up, the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a skit.
Oh shit! I'm thinking this was some real shit.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at that shit. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm thinking that's an umbrella, but it ain't raining. I'm like, oh man, they out there filming. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Lord.
Well, yeah, so much for that. But yeah, episode 26 complete.
26, baby.
Make sure y'all subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Pandora, and wherever else you listen to watch podcasts. Make sure I get the playlist on Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. Yeah.
Yo.
Peace out.
Yo, before we go, let's give a shout out to Kathy. one of our, avid listeners. So it was her birthday. B, you looking at?
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday,
All right.
Kathy.
Yeah, it was her birthday.
Yeah,
so
happy birthday. Hey, she be faithful with it.
Yeah,
She be faithful
Thank you,
with it.
Kathy. We love
But
you.
she be looking forward to the next week.
Yeah. So I just, want to send her up a
Wow.
birthday.
My dog is like ready to go.
Damn.
You right.
Wow.
Oh,
She's
shit.
really putting up.
Hey,
You
man.
are really acting up today.
Wow.
She's fine.
Hey, yeah, but yeah, shout out to Kathy. Hey, B, you got to talking about all the women, the older women you work with. I thought you was talking about one of them when you said Kathy.
No, man.
Hey, who the hell is Kathy?
No, I ain't talking about nobody from my workplace. Hell no.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it, y'all. It's a wrap. We don't want Destiny to get ate up over here.
Man, I just had to yell at her. She done went and sat the hell down somewhere.
All right, y'all.
All right, bye.